This is something that I'm figuring out. Wherever you dwell, wherever you find yourself at is a direct reflection of where you are spiritually. If you find yourself always in the woe is me, you are lacking something spiritually. If you always find yourself in this bubble of Lord, why is this happening to me? What did I do? You're lacking something spiritually. I was thinking this morning, I always try to revamp myself. And so now when I wake up in the morning, before I, death scroll, looking up the gossip, doing this, that, and other, I try to feed my mind with positive things or try to learn something or I try to read before I indulge in my phone. And what I started thinking about this morning was in the Bible, when God rolled away the stone from Jesus's grave, that was the first thing. The second thing was he had to walk up out it. And I say that because a lot of us, we find ourselves in these positions that we're praying for something. We're praying for God to do something in our lives. We're praying for God to heal a certain aspect of our lives. And God rolls away the stone. The problem is we never walk out. We think that we pray to God and we're like, God, I got this problem, remove this problem. And he's supposed to come remove the problem, then grab you by the hand and then pull you out. This, that. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes you got to do the work. And a lot of times it's hard to do the work because of where you are at spiritually. I use myself as an example all the time because that's just the type of person that I am, because I never want to come on here and people think that I got it all figured out. I don't. I just know who does. So in my journey in life, when I do find myself making mistakes, sometimes I'll think like, oh man, I took a loss. But what I'm learning is I've never taken a loss. It's just lessons. And sometimes when I have my human moments and I might lash out or I might say something, right? What I'm learning is I gotta take a step back first. And I gotta start going to God to be like, God, formulate my words on what I'm supposed to say. And the biggest thing that I'm understanding now is that sometimes you just can't have some conversations with some people. Some people are just bent on staying the same. Some people don't want a good word. Some people are just like, hey, it is what it is, and that's how it's going to be. And you'll go crazy, keep trying to, pour into someone who's already full. That's why, when you're trying to live a positive life, you got to find your tribe. You got to find the people that are on the same wavelength as you. And a lot of times, when you are struggling spiritually and, you find yourself in these positions, let me tell you what you do that's more 9 times out of 10 is wrong. You just try to stay busy. You just try to do things. You try to occupy your mind, because if you're not occupying your mind, you feel like nothing is, you're not being productive. But sometimes the best productivity that you can have is being still and letting God talk to you. Now, here's the thing. You got to be able to discern what is God's voice and your own voice. You see, a lot of times you can be in a position and you feel like, man, this person is doing me wrong, right? So then you go to certain songs and that song is speaking to how you already feel. And then you'll trick yourself and you'll think, God is telling me this. God is telling me to do X, Y, and Z. No, that's you disguised as that song. And then you'll be like, God sent me a word. No, that's you. You'll watch a movie and that movie will make you feel a certain type of way because you're like, this is what I went through. That ain't got nothing to do with God. So you got to be so aligned that you know God's voice. You know when it's him talking to you. So that's my message in this video today. Is if you find yourself in a position that it's the woe is me or the why is this happening to me, search yourself on a spiritual level, because something ain't adding up. Anytime I start veering to the left, what I do is I take a step back, I evaluate myself, and then I had these conversations with God. And I'm like, God, I don't, I used to say like, why is this person doing this, that, and other? I stopped that as I matured and I started saying, God, what is it that you need from me? What is it that I'm missing that you're trying to make me see? And then I move on accordingly. And a lot of times I don't get the answers that I want. And sometimes I don't get an answer. But the key is I keep trying. Every wake up is another day to get it right. If you waking up in the morning and you already got the woe is me spirit, I just want you to remember this. Somebody didn't. Somebody didn't wake up. Somebody woke up and they laid up in a hospital bed. Somebody today is going to be told that they got 3 months left to live. Now think if someone told someone that they got 3 months left to live, think about how much time that they start thinking about that they wasted. And here you are waking up in your right mind, can move your limbs, and you complaining. Think about that. Y'all have a blessed day.